Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, very good morning to all of you. We are learning computer organization. We are in Unit 4, and in Unit 4, we had seen this 8086. Yesterday, we had seen the pin diagram of 8086. Then all the registers, general purpose registers, segment registers, what is pipelining, what are flag registers. This we have covered. So today we'll be discussing addressing modes of 8086. Once we discuss this addressing modes of 8086, it means we have completed our unit 4, and the remaining lectures from whatever lectures I'll get, maybe I'll try to take 1 or 2 extra lectures. We'll finish off comfortably unit 5. So also, to show you the Google Classroom, you know that all the notes, all the PPTs, PDFs, everything is available, as well as all the links for my video lectures I had shared with you. But still, I'll share with you again if you ask me specifically, you want this or that, and so on. Okay. So you have the textbook and syllabus mapping, you have the question banks, okay, you have the textbooks, so as well as the video links I had shared with you, but I'll share them in a separate sheet again, the entire video links for the lectures. Now coming to this syllabus, we'll just first try to take a review of what we had covered till now. So this was first we had covered the 8086 architecture. 8086 architecture. In this, these are the general purpose registers, AX, BX, CX, DX. These are the pointer registers, index registers, segment registers, instruction pointer, arithmetic logic unit flag, then the instruction byte queue, and we said that this is the execution unit, this is the bus interface unit. Then we covered the flag registers. Okay, we had 2 categories of flags, status flags and the control flags. Then we covered the pin diagram of 8086, the pin diagram of 8086. Now let us look at our syllabus. 8086 pin diagram, general purpose registers, segment registers, concept of pipelining. 8086 flag registers. What is remaining now? The addressing mode of 8086. It's a very simple topic, the addressing mode of 8086. So let us try to connect with that topic first. This is the addressing mode of 8086. Now let us try to understand what is the meaning of addressing mode of 8086. Addressing mode means we want to find the address. Addressing mode means we want to find the address. Of what? We want to find the address of data or the operand. We want to find the address of data or the operand. As well as addressing mode will tell us what kind of data it is. Okay, how to access them. So all that information will be given by the addressing mode. So the fundamental purpose of addressing mode, you remember, that is finding the address of the data or operand. So I'll put the same in the chat window, as we are, wherever we want to put emphasis on something, on a keyword, we are typing that in the chat window so that you'll read it in the chat window and you will try to keep that in mind. So what is the purpose of addressing mode of 8086 processor? The addressing mode of 8086 processor is to find the address of data or the operand. So I typed this in the chat window. And what is the second purpose? What is the second purpose of the addressing mode? The second purpose of the addressing mode is what kind of data it is and how do I access that data. So these are the two objectives which an addressing mode will be performing. Okay. So any program, if you execute a program, let us say you have done your C programming or you have done your C++, Java or Python programming. So any kind of program will have some set of instructions. A program will have some set of instructions. So those set of instructions may be sequential or maybe control transfer. Okay, for example, you have a jump instruction. That jump instruction is an example of a control transfer. Sequential flow. What is the meaning of sequential flow? After executing the current instruction, the control will go to the next instruction. See here. Here in the textbook also same thing is mentioned. What is sequential? Sequential means suppose we execute an instruction, the control will go to the next instruction. In sequence. Okay. So arithmetic, logical, data transfer, processor control instructions, all these are the example of sequential control instructions. As far as control transfer instructions are concerned, okay, so control transfer instructions will be transferring that control to a predefined address or address specified by the instruction. Which are the examples of this? Int, call, return, jump. These are the examples of this. This is a very simple topic, and for that, even if you pay attention, just so that will be enough to remember forever. So what is our topic? Addressing mode. What is the purpose of addressing mode? Finding the address. Finding the address of what? Data. Finding the address of what? Operand. So addressing modes will be finding the address of data or operand. Now, these are the various addressing modes which are listed out here, like immediate addressing, direct addressing, register addressing, register indirect addressing, indexed addressing, register relative addressing, based index addressing, relative based index addressing. So all these addressing mechanisms, these are for the sequential flow. So don't forget these two words. One is the sequential flow and the other one is control transfer. Sequential flow means first instruction, then the second instruction, then the third instruction, like that. Control transfer means maybe first instruction, then it may go to 10th instruction, then it may go to 20th instruction, then it may come back again to the second instruction, like that. So you have sequential instructions and you have control transfer instruction. As far as sequential instructions are concerned, these are the 8 addressing modes, starting with immediate, direct, register, register indirect, indexed, register relative, based index, relative based index. So these are very simpler. Actually, these are very simple. So let us see one at a time. What is the topic? Don't forget our topic. What is our topic name? The topic name is addressing modes. What is our topic name? Addressing modes. Now, what are the two keywords we have to remember? Sequential control flow, and the second keyword is control transfer. What is the purpose of addressing mode? Finding the address of data or operand. finding the address of data or operand. So how many addressing modes in the sequential or whether it is control transfer also, but here we are seeing the 8 addressing modes. We'll start with the first one, immediate addressing mode. We'll start with the first one, which is the immediate addressing mode. Now, the word immediate, what it indicates, the data is already part of the instruction. The data is already part of the instruction. Okay. So see here, this is my instruction. What is my instruction? Move AX comma 0005H. What it indicates? It indicates that this is a register. This is which register? Accumulator register. This is an accumulator register. Okay. Then the next instruction, move BL comma 06H. What it indicates? BL is a register. Okay. BL is a register. This is which register? This is a general purpose register. But BL indicates what? BL indicates the lower byte. AX indicates what? Both the lower bytes and the higher byte together, 16 bits. Above one is 16 bit, this one is the 8 bit. This one is the 8 bit. But what about this 0005H and what about this 00006H? These are called as the data. These are the data. Okay. This is data. This is our operand. This is our number. So we are just adding 5 to accumulator. We are just adding 6 to the BL register. So this is what is immediate addressing. This is what is immediate addressing. Means what? Data is part of the instruction. Data is part of the instruction. Hopefully, you are connecting with this very, very, very simple example. Let us go for the second addressing mode. What is the second addressing mode? The second addressing mode is direct addressing. Okay. So direct addressing, again, let us see what it says. Okay. You know how to calculate the physical address. How to calculate the physical address? Try to remember that. How to calculate that physical address? I'll write the again in the chat window just so that you'll again remember. Physical address will be calculated with the help of two things. One is the segment address and the other one is the offset address. So what is the meaning of this? I have put this in the chat window. Just read it. How to calculate the physical address? With the help of the segment address and the offset address. With the help of the segment address and the offset address. Means what? How many segments are there? You know it. What are the different segments? I'll show you again. You remember it, but still I'll show it. These are the segment registers. Code segment register, data segment register, stack segment register, extra segment register. These registers will be used for what? To find the address of the code segment, data segment, stack segment, extra segment. You know that segmented addressing is the concept used in 8086. The 1 megabyte memory of 8086 is divided into logical segments, is divided into 16 logical segments, as well as what happens is there will be separation of code and data and stack data. The code will be, the program code will be kept in the code segment. The data will be kept in the data segment. The data can also be kept in the extra segment. Stack related to data will be kept in the stack segment. So basically these registers will be used to point to the code segment, That code segment will be having some address. The data segment will be having some address. So basically these registers will be pointing to those addresses. So again, remember what I am saying. Look at the chat window. What the chat window says, what I typed in the chat window, how to calculate the physical address. Physical address, for calculating the physical address, you have to find out the segment address and the offset address. What is the meaning of segment address? Suppose your code is in the code segment, you have to find the code segment address. Suppose your data is in the data segment, you have to find the data segment address. Once you find the segment address, you also need to find the offset address. You also need to find the offset address. Okay. You treat this segment address, for example, this entire thing, I'll give a general example. What is this? You want to find the physical address. Okay. I am saying to find the physical address repeatedly, maybe 5-6 times I have repeated that. To find the physical address, you need segment address and offset address. How to generalize this with a layman's example? Let us say, Balram goes to his friend's house. Balram goes to his friend's house. Okay, he is going for the first time. He is going for the first time. So what Balram will be doing? For Balram, segment address will be the colony address. Segment address will be the colony address or maybe the street number. Street లో బలరామ్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఉంటాడు. ఎవరు ఉంటాడు? సాయి ఉంటాడు, లేదా సాకేత్, లేదా సంబడి ఎల్స్. సో యు ట్రీట్ దట్ స్ట్రీట్ నంబర్ అట్ ద సెగ్మెంట్ అడ్రస్. ఆ స్ట్రీట్ నంబర్ కి వచ్చాక బలరామ్ మళ్ళీ ఏం ఆలోచిస్తాడు? అరే స్ట్రీట్ నంబర్ కరెక్టే వచ్చాను నేను, కానీ ఈ స్ట్రీట్ నంబర్ నుంచి నా ఫ్రెండ్ సాయి గాని, సాకేత్ గాని, ఉదయ్ తేజ గాని వాళ్ళు ఎక్కడ ఎన్నో నంబర్ లో ఉంటారు. అరే ఇక్కడ నుంచి 10th హౌస్ నా ఫ్రెండ్ ది. సో అలా కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంది సెగ్మెంట్ అడ్రస్, ఆఫ్సెట్ అడ్రస్. ఆఫ్సెట్ అంటే డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్, ఆ స్ట్రీట్ నంబర్ నుంచి ఎంత దూరం ఉంది. సో ఆఫ్సెట్ అడ్రస్ మీన్స్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్. Effective address, you also have the other word for the physical address as the effective address. Hopefully you understood this. Now coming to the addressing mode, the first addressing mode we have already covered, immediate addressing mode. The second addressing mode is direct addressing mode. The second addressing mode is direct addressing mode. Here in the direct addressing mode, the offset అంటే ఈ కాలనీలో కానీ ఈ స్ట్రీట్ నంబర్ లో కానీ ఎంత దూరము నా ఫ్రెండ్ ఉంటాడు. హౌ ఫార్, సో డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్, డిస్టెన్స్, హౌ ఫార్ is my friend residing, that is the offset address. That is the offset address. So here the offset address is directly mentioned in the instruction. So where is my instruction? This is my instruction. I read the instruction. Move AX comma in the square brackets 5000H, 5000H. So here this is my instruction, and in direct addressing mode what is there? The offset is already in the instruction. So this is my offset, this is my offset, this is my displacement. అంటే బలరామ్ వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్ సాయి ఇంత దూరం ఉంటాడు. బలరామ్ వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్ సాయి ఇంత దూరం ఉంటాడు. ఇంత దూరం ఎక్కడి నుంచి? ఆ స్ట్రీట్ నంబర్ నుంచి, ఆ గల్లీ నుంచి ఇంత దూరం ఉంటాడు. దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఆఫ్సెట్, దిస్ ఇస్ ద డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్. అయితే ఆ గల్లీ నెంబర్ నాకు ఎట్లా తెలుస్తుంది? ఆ గల్లీకి ఇదేముంది? ఇది డాటా ఉంది. ఇదేముంది? ఇది డాటా ఉంది. డాటా ఉంది అంటే ఏ సెగ్మెంట్ వాడాలి? డాటా సెగ్మెంట్ వాడాలి. డాటా ఉంది అంటే డాటా సెగ్మెంట్ వాడాలి. సో ఈ డాటా సెగ్మెంట్ అడ్రస్ ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది? డాటా సెగ్మెంట్ రిజిస్టర్ విల్ బి టెలింగ్ ద డాటా సెగ్మెంట్. So data segment register will be used to find the data segment address. Will be used to find the data segment address. Okay. Next thing is you will be multiplying with every segment with 10H. So this is convention because you want to shift it by 4 places. Okay, you understand it gradually, but presently remember that this 10H has to be multiplied with this data segment. So ఇప్పుడు ఏంటిది? వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్? డైరెక్ట్ అడ్రసింగ్ లో ఆఫ్సెట్ అడ్రస్ డైరెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ లో. దిస్ ఇస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్. లెట్ us go for what we are learning. Let us not forget addressing modes we are learning. First addressing mode, immediate. So data is directly there immediately. Second addressing mode, direct. So offset address is there in the directly in the instruction. The third addressing mode is register. Okay. In the register addressing mode, data is stored in the register. Data is stored in the register. So if you want to refer the data, you will be referring the register. You will be referring the register. See here. Now, where is my data? My data is in the registers. Which registers? BX register or AX register or AL register or BL register. So this is what is a register addressing mode. This is what is register addressing mode. Let us look at the next simpler addressing mode called as register indirect mode. Register indirect mode. Okay. Okay. So when we say indirect mode, it means we are using offset registers. We are using offset registers. Okay. So offset address. Where is the offset address? The offset address is in BX register, or the offset address is in index register SI or DI, source index or destination index. So ఇది ఆల్రెడీ మనకు లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ లో డిస్కషన్ అయింది. We already discussed this in the last class. So you should remember that to access the offset address, you need BX register or you need index register. Which index registers we know? One is the source index, the other one is the destination index. Okay. Now, we are referring data. When we are referring data, so naturally we need a data segment. The address of the data segment will be given by who? By the data segment register. So let us look at this example instruction for register indirect. So in this register indirect, what is there? Okay, where is the data present? The data is present at an offset address. In which register? In the BX register. Data is present is at an offset address in BX register. Okay, so this is how I'm going to calculate the effective address or the physical address. So data segment plus BX, and I already told you that this 10H has to be multiplied by convention because you have to shift it by 4 places. If you don't understand, not a problem, but listen the keywords and listen to what I am saying, because first time is absorb and listen. Second time is understand. Even if you don't understand, I am always there for contact me and ask me, and you can ask me anytime. So this was register indirect. Now let us go for the fifth addressing mode. What is this addressing mode? Before going further, I just need to confirm. Are you there with me? Are you listening to what I am saying? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Thank you. So let us go for this indexed addressing mode. Okay. The moment I say indexed addressing mode, what you should remember? You should remember the index registers. Where are the index registers? These are the index registers. What are their names? Source index and destination index. So let us look at them. So in indexed addressing mode, offset address of data is stored in index register. So by looking at the name itself, I know that my data is present where? My data, I can get my data's address from the index registers. So see here, my data is residing here. So the offset address is available from the source index or the destination index. Okay. Now, our segments, which are the segments? We have data segment or the extra segment. Okay. So same here, again same, data segment plus source index or data segment plus source index. So multiply by this 10H for as a convention. The next addressing mode is the register relative addressing mode. Okay. Now in relative addressing mode, what happens is you will try to understand directly from the instruction. This is the example of relative register relative. How I am going to calculate the physical address? I am going to calculate the physical address because with the help of this offset plus this displacement, this 50H displacement also is given, plus the BX offset also is given, and already we have data in the data segment, so data segment multiplied by 10H. So this is our register relative. So what is there? 8-bit or 16-bit displacement is there. 8-bit or 16-bit displacement is there. So how much is the displacement in this example? In this example, 50H is the displacement. In the next example, how much is the displacement? In the next example, 10H is the displacement. 10H is the displacement. Hopefully, you are following me. The seventh addressing mode is the based index. The seventh addressing mode is the based index. How I'm going to calculate the physical address or the effective address? Okay, I am going to add the base register. Which is the base register? BX or BP is the base register to the index register. Which is the index register? Source index or the destination index. Okay. Okay, what is the segment I am using? By default, the segment will be data segment or the extra segment. See here, this is the example of based index. So here, SI is the index register. This is the base register. This is the base, BX is the base register. So similarly, you can find the next one also. You can find the next one also. So BX is the base register. DI is the index register. DI is the index register. The last addressing mode. The last addressing mode is relative based index. Relative based index. So what I see here, I directly show you the example. You will only tell me, sir, this is very simple as we understood the upper ones. What is this here? I have a base register, I have an index register, and I have the displacement. I have the displacement. So I'll be adding that to the segment. I'll be adding that to the segment. Which segment? To the data segment. As simple as that. And every time with the data segment, what multiplication I am doing? 10H. So these are the 8 addressing modes which we have learned. Addressing modes of 8086. Which are the 8 addressing modes which we have learned? Immediate addressing, direct addressing, register addressing, register indirect addressing, index addressing, register relative addressing, base index addressing, relative base index addressing. Okay. Now let us look at the syllabus content. Unit 4. In Unit 4, what is the last topic to be covered? The last topic to be covered is addressing modes of 8086. So we have just learned the addressing modes of 8086. Okay, but we are still continuing with few examples and further things also, like control flow, how it happens, control transfer, how it happens. But I am assuming that you listen to whatever I said. But I also assume that many of you might not have listened to whatever I said. Whatever I said. Let us assume that you are not understood anything. ఇప్పటి వరకు క్లాస్లో చెప్పింది ఈ రోజు ఏది అర్థం కాలేదు అనుకుందాం. సో టిల్ నౌ let us assume that you are not understood anything. You are not understood anything. But that is fine because the example below are so easy that now you will be easily understanding. Now you will be easily understanding. So I'll show you the examples first. I'll show you the example first. But now, what you have to make sure, those who are not listening, those who are not understood, they should tell themselves that now with this simpler example, I'll be able to understand this topic. Which topic? Addressing mode. What are the examples? How to calculate the physical address, how to calculate the effective address, how to calculate the physical address, how to calculate the effective address. Great. So, are you all with me? Some of you, if you say yes, I can proceed further. ముందు వెళ్ళొచ్చా? డిస్కస్ చేద్దామా? సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్.
Yes,
Great.
sir.
Thank you, Pujita. Thank you, Sanjay. We can move further. Thank you, Adil. So, my request to all of you is you just take few seconds to just read this part. Okay. Absorb this for few seconds, then we'll discuss, then we'll enjoy this very, very simple example. Okay. Now my request is, see this Bx. Okay. So, and let us look in this diagram. AX and X. AX and X are general purpose registers. Now next. SI. Let's look in the diagram again. What is SI and DI? See here. SI and DI are source index and destination index. Source index and destination index. Let us look at this IP. What is this IP? IP is the instruction pointer. Instruction pointer contains what? Instruction pointer contains the next instruction to be executed. Address of the next instruction to be executed. Let us look at this BP and SP. So where is this BP and SP? See here. You have base pointer and stack pointer. These are the pointer registers. These are the pointer registers. Base pointer and stack pointer. Let us look at this CS, DS, SS. So what are these CS, DS, SS? Where are they? Here are they. CS, DS, SS, ES. What are they? These are the code segment register, data segment register, stack segment register, extra segment register. These are the registers. Okay. Now what is given here? The address of the code segment, the address of the data segment, the address of the stack segment. IP constrains this address. These are the addresses. These are the addresses. Okay. Are you with me? Somebody say yes so that I can see. Are you with me? Any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Great, great. So let's look at the direct addressing code. We'll go to direct addressing code. Direct addressing code. So in direct addressing mode, what is there? Okay. The offset address of the data is directly in the instruction. The offset address of the data is directly in the instruction. So what is the offset address? 5000 H is the offset address. Okay. How to calculate the effective address? This formula for calculating the effective address. 10H into DS plus 5000 H. What is the address location for DS data segment? I think it is 1000. I think it is 1000 in that example. Let us look at that example now. See here. Offset is 5000. This is the instruction. Move AX, 5000 H. So here our data is available at this offset. So what is the offset address? 5000 H. 5000 H. So which segment we are using? Data segment you are using. Data segment address is how much? Let us look at the data segment address, 1000. So this 1000 has to be multiplied by what? 10H. So 1000 multiplied by 10H is 10,000. So how I'm going to calculate the physical address? The physical address will be addition of data segment and the offset address. So 10,000 plus 5,000. So 15,000 is my effective address. 15,000 is my effective address. Hopefully you are with me. Let us go for the next one, register indirect. Let us go for the next one, register indirect. See here, the address of the data is available. The offset address of the data is available in this register. Which register? In this BX register. So, which segment I am using? Data segment. Now, what is the address of this BX? Where is it? Okay. The address of BX is here 2000H. The address of BH here is 2000H. So, this DS, which is 10,000, always I'll be multiplying by 10H. So, it is 10,000H plus 2000H. So, that becomes my physical address of effective address, which is 12,000 H. This is 12,000 H. So we'll directly look at the examples. Next addressing mode is register relative. So what will be happening? This 5,000, which is the offset, plus the location of BX, which is 2,000, plus the data segment multiplied by 10H, which is 10,000, all will be added. So that gives the effective address, which is 17,000 H. Now coming to base index, okay, I am using the source index here. So source index address is, let us look at the source index, where it is, yeah. Source index address is 3000 H. Source index address is 3000 H. BX is 2000 H. And data segment is 1000 multiplied by 10, which is 10,000. So my physical address or the effective address is 15,000 H. 15,000 H. Similarly, the relative base index addressing has what? You have source index plus offset plus BX plus data segment, that is 1000 multiplied by 10H. So that comes to 10,000 plus 2,000 plus 3,000 plus 5,000 comes to 000H. This is our physical address or the effective address. This is our physical address or the effective address. So these were the addressing modes which we had seen. These were the addressing modes which we had seen for what? For sequential or for anything usually. But for control transfer, but again, I think during the flow of the discussion, you might have forgotten. So let us go back. So while discussing addressing modes of 8086, we said that there is a sequential flow and there is a control transfer. So we are speaking about the control transfer now. Okay. So control transfer modes are two categories: intersegment and intrasegment. Intersegment means different segment. Intrasegment means same segment. Intrasegment is same segment. What is this instruction type? Control transfer. So where the control is to be transferred, I will give you again simple example, layman's example. What topic we are learning? Control transfer. So let us say in your class, Adil is making a lot of noise. And Adil is sitting at the last bench. Let us say Adil is making a lot of noise and Adil is in the last bench. What I will say, Adil, you come in the front bench. So did I change Adil's classroom? I have not changed Adil's classroom. So it means the transfer, the control goes to the same segment, within the same segment. That is intersegment. Intersegment means in this example, same classroom. Let us say I am very angry with Adil. I will say, Adil, you go to some other classroom and sit in fourth bench in that classroom. So in a different segment. So that is intersegment. So intrasegment means same segment. Intersegment means different segment. Intersegment means different segment. So you have intersegment. Now again, in intersegment and intrasegment, you have direct and indirect. Now let us look at the direct mode intrasegment. What is intrasegment? Same segment. Okay. Go to some other location, but in the same segment. Control will go to some other location, but in the same segment. Now, how I am going to calculate how far it has gone? What is the offset? What is the displacement? Okay, that I will be calculating relative to the content of the instruction pointer. What the instruction pointer consists of? The instruction pointer consists of address of the next instruction to be executed. That you don't forget. Okay. So there are some conventions. For example, depending on whether it is 8-bit or whether it is 16-bit display and of instruction pointer, control will be transferred by doing the addition. For example, there is a jump instruction. Okay, so the displacement is displacement of 8 bits, and the jump will be between this. Okay, either short jump or not. For example, short labor. What it indicates, the control when the be executed and the control reaches at this statement, at this instruction, now jump to label is there will go there. But in which jump? Short jump. Short jump means distance will be of how much? Minus 128 to plus 120. Minus 128. So if now you have more. You have more. Okay. Okay. Now in internet mode, where the jump is given directly. For example, jump of whatever the address in this px. That's what. See, direct is simple. So we are jumping effective 2000 H and segment is 5000 H. Okay. So similarly in India, we are going to address other segment with the help of address 2000 H. So in this we have
Sir, your voice is not clear.